You're headed for the early 1960s and Star City, USSR. Yuri Gagarin is supposed to be blasting off as the first man in space, but there's a problem. He's not on board his rocket. There's got to be a very clever criminal behind this. I've an idea will be your good guide for this case. I hope the two of you can connect with the cosmonaut and make the countdown happen. 3, 2, 1. Good luck!
Looking for something, time snoopers? I'll bet you are. Well, I'm finished with your little chrono skimmer, so you can have it back. That is, if you can find where I've stashed it. Oh, and don't mind me. I'll just be making my getaway. Have fun.
Holy time tunnels! We almost had Carmen in our cuffs, but she slipped away.
Star City, we have problem. It seems the rocket has experienced some tampering. We thought postpone until further notice.
Tampering, eh? Sounds like quite a time crime. Let's check it out. This big ship is called the Vostok 1, and that little fella is Yuri Gagarin, Russian cosmonaut. According to history, he's about to be the first man in space.
Suffering Soviet catastrophes. While boarding my rocket, I noticed an unauthorized woman messing with the equipment and had to abort the launch. Now I can't strap back into my capsule until the computer clears me for takeoff.
Uh-oh. Yuri Gagarin, the first man almost into space. Won't sound too good in the history books. Let's get to work. Nope, we bottomed out.
Who has tampered with my rocket? I thought this site was secure. I am Yuri Gagarin, Soviet cosmonaut. Soon to be famous cosmonaut, once that countdown starts counting again. Soon, I will be the first person launched into space. Laika went before me, of course, but she was only a dog. They chose me to be the first human. Like any Soviet cosmonaut, I am highly trained and qualified. Mission Control also thinks my photo will look good in newspapers around the world. Perhaps it is my boyish smile? Yet, I won't get back in until I'm sure it's safe. After all, one little mistake, and boom! Yuri becomes permanent space cadet. No, thank you. Not until countdown begins again. When the flight simulation computer at Mission Control says that Vostok will launch without problems, then I will cram back into my capsule. Well, you could run a flight simulation on the Mission Control computer. If it works, the countdown will start, and I will be able to re-enter my rocket and blast off. It simulates a rocket flight plan using a series of special cards. If the cards are ordered correctly, the simulation will run successfully and the Vostok countdown will begin again. Yet, problems you will not have. It is not rocket science or anything.
Actually, it is rocket science.
So it is. Perhaps you would like to tour the Vostok and learn its secret? That crimson word means Vostok in Russian, you know.
We've opened a hatch. What are those?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You are most amusing astronauts. No, those are fuel tanks. They hold kerosene and liquid oxygen, which mix together as the first step in a rocket flight.
Hatch open. We've opened a hatch.
Those crucial oxygen tanks must activate when I reach orbit to make air. Even cosmonauts have to breathe, huh? That capsule is my cozy little home during the space flight. When the capsule re-enters the atmosphere, I eject from it in my ejector seat, and parachute safely to the ground.
CCCP stands for the Central Committee of the Communist Party. These were the folks running the Soviet Union in the 1960s.
Ah, those patriotic letters. They do warm my Russian vessel. Someone is tempered with the most basic concept of a rocket flight is more simple. First, rocket roars up into space, small capsule at top detaches and begins orbiting around the Earth with one smiling Russian inside. Eventually, orbiting capsule slows down. Re-entering atmosphere, it crashes down to Earth. Boom! But hopefully, Comrade Yuri will float softly down in parachute instead. До свидания.
This punch card tells the computer to turn on the oxygen. This punch card tells the computer to fire the retro rockets. How about we run a simulated flight, Inspector? Not the most successful of simulations. Reorder and try again. The computer didn't like that flight plan. The computer didn't like that flight plan. This is totally excellent! The computer simulation verified we have a healthy rocket, and the countdown is running again. Let's go make sure Yuri is back in his rocket.